Gotta go fast! Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we've got another Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 build for you, and today we've got ourselves our speed build. That's right, it's a speed build today. Let's check it out. As you can see, we got our boy Speedy 3.5 here. Some AI generated art that I made, nothing too crazy. He is a Nezumi, which is a rat person, which a big reason for that is they have a 40-foot land speed, which is really nice. But yeah, the 40-foot land speed, as you can see, it says 80, but that's because of some shenanigans we're doing, and just you watch. Basically, we're starting off with Spirit Lion Totem Barbarian in order to get Pounce. Very nice thing. Then we're jumping into Dragonfire Adept. And the reason for Dragonfire Adept is quite simple. We want a breath weapon, so we're going to be trying our best to get that. Then we're going to take 3 levels of Archivist, which is going to serve a number of purposes. One of the main ones, get haste. Now, then we're going to be going with Binder, and then 2 levels of Anima Mage. And we're doing the variant of Anima Mage to get Divine Casting in order to make it so we can have 3rd level Divine spells, which will include haste. And there's a couple other spells we're going to want as well. Then we're going to drop a single level in Cloistered Cleric. I know, we already have a Divine Casting class. Now we're grabbing another one. Well, this one is for Turn Undead and for Domains. And this will be really great for grabbing Travel Devotion. So we're going to pick up Travel Devotion here with Cloistered Cleric. Then we're going to grab Swiftblade. It says 9 levels, but we're not going to be grabbing that right away. We're only going to be grabbing, I think, 4. So we'll come on over to our levels, and you can see we're going to grab Swiftblade at 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th level. So we're going to grab 4 levels of it there. And then we're going to drop into Blade Dancer. And Blade Dancer, there's a big reason for grabbing that. The reason why we're grabbing Blade Dancer is we come back here, you see 80 feet land speed. Wow, that's kind of a lot. Basically, it's because we're doubling our land speed. So yeah, that's kind of huge. And we have our buffs here. That's mostly haste, so you can get pretty dang fast. Then as we come into our levels, then we keep going with Swiftblade, Swiftblade, Swiftblade. And the big reason why we're doing Swiftblade is, well, it will get us a few things. One, it gets us our buffs here with the plus 40. You get an extra plus 10, and then we also are going to have haste most of the time. And if we take our spell Divine Footsteps, boom, all of a sudden our base land speed goes up to 180 because it adds another 50 feet, but that 50 feet is just added to it, so that'll also get doubled by Blade Dancer. So yeah, very, very nice. It'll jump us all the way up to 220 foot, and we're going to use some feathered wings in order to get double our fly speed, so 400 feet, but the haste bonus isn't going to be added to that. Most of it will, so yeah, 400 feet, really crazy. Now the skills, these are just kind of what's there. This is what our base stats are going to look like. This is more or less what I recommend. You can see that we have a lot of buffs on Con because Con's going to be our major stat, just because, that's going to be our breath weapon, so we're going to want that DC really high. And Con's great for making us not die. That 312 health is definitely nice. True neutral, we're going to be worshiping Bocob. We're going to be worshiping the god of the roads, Faragorn or something like that. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. Faralagon. But we were going to be worshiping Faralagon, so pretty nice. Now, what we're going to be doing is eventually, once we finish taking our Blade Dancer and our Swift Blade, we're going to take Warblade. Lots of blades. And of course, we are going to use the fact that we're taking all those blades in order to gain a whole bunch of stuff. So Warblade was more just a capstone because we had 1 extra level that there wasn't a lot to do with, and I couldn't really make it work too much for speed, so Form of Battle's generally a good play. Warblade's really nice. It gets you a lot of really good stuff. Yeah, you can get some maneuvers that can really help out a lot. I'd say the best one, I forget what it's called exactly, but it's Wolf something. Effectively, in this case, it'll give you a +5 on damage for both you and your allies, so pretty nice. That's only when you're flanking, but yeah, anytime you're flanking, you get +5 to damage, and the allies that you're flanking with will also get a +5 to damage, so pretty cool. But yeah, we have all sorts of great, interesting stuff. I gave him a rapier just so that he could, get some real damage on there, some turn undead attempts. Now, if you want to see some of the stuff I did on building it, we come in here, you'll see skills is actually a little bit tricky. So you'll need to follow what I have here in order to make this work. So you see I'm taking some ranks in as we go up, intimidate and jump, and just our barbarian. Still have most of them free to do whatever you want with. And then as you can see, Dragonfire Adept is putting ranks in knowledge of planes and spellcraft, and then more spellcraft as an archivist. And then as an archivist, he's also putting them in concentration. Yeah, he's bouncing back between concentration and spellcraft in order to make sure that he's able to get into Animage. And then you can see that as a Swift Blade, you're spending all your skill points between jump and tumble in order to make sure that you can get into Blade Dancer. So you're spending literally all of them. You have no points left over from Swift Blade. All of your Swift Blade skill ranks have to go into that. And then Blade Dancer and the rest of your Swift Blade afterwards, as well as your War Blade, can kind of go into whatever. Plus, you know, like your Cloistered Cleric level, that can go into whatever. I was going to have Cloistered Cleric later, but a problem I ran into was feats, and there was no way to get into everything early. I was 1 feat shy, and I wanted to start Swiftblade at 9th level, but I couldn't. I had to wait to 10th to grab mobility, and because of that, I had to take Cloistered Cleric level earlier than I would have liked. Honestly, it would have been better to have pushed Cloistered Cleric till after Blade Dancer, but, you know, it is what it is, so we had to take it early. Things happen, which, you know, delays our progress on a lot of stuff, so we're going to be a little weaker than we would have been otherwise, but it is what it is. And then we're grabbing Flyby Attack, Flyby Breath, and Stifling Breath. Basically with this, we can use our absolutely massive 400-foot fly speed in order to have a cone that's stretched out 200 feet, which is insane. And that's going to be our breath weapon, and you can use it every turn. That's an absolutely massive thing that this thing can do. I'm also grabbing Dance of Death with this build. Huge. It's going to be able to, you know, hit a ton of enemies at once, and you're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage to all of them, but just getting a little chip on everybody can be really nice, especially if you find some way to add a little bit extra damage. Not sure how you do it on this build, but could be nice. Yeah, there's just all sorts of really cool stuff on this build. It's all about going fast, and this build, it goes fast. 400 feet is pretty crazy, and that's just, you know, your standard move. Plus with Travel Devotion, which we have, we can move extra, and then we can move even more using haste, so we can effectively get what quadruple moves if we really wanted to. Don't know why you'd want a quadruple move, but you could. You could effectively go 1600 feet, or, you know, as a run, you know, even faster. Like it's absolutely nuts, like how fast you can go with this build. But yeah, that is our Speedy 3.0. Now the reason why I call them Speedy 3.0 is, if you noticed in a earlier video I made a video on a character called Speedy. It was a 5e character that I played once, and I decided to make a speed build kind of based off of him in D&D 3.5. So Speedy version 3.5, you know, I think it's a pretty fitting name. But anyways, that's really all I have to say about this build. If you enjoyed it, give the video a like. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. If you like these kinds of videos, subscribe to the channel for more content. You know, if you've watched a few of my videos, draw me a subscription. I mean, might as well. Not going to change anything. And yeah, anyways, as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you